Hey y'all, happy Waggin Tails Wednesday. I've been spending a lot of time at the zoo this week. It's a beautiful time to be at the zoo. It's good weather and Dino Trek is going on. A lot of fun things happening. But not only does the zoo have fun Waggin Tails going on, but so does TPAC. Well, it's in the future, but it's for one night only. Take a look at this. Any fans of Madagascar?
It's the musical adventure of a lifetime.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Based on the smash hit DreamWorks animated motion picture, Madagascar, the musical. Follows all your favorite crack-a-lackin' friends as they escape New York's Central Park Zoo, embarking on an unexpected journey. So grab your family and move it to Madagascar, the musical.
Coming to Tennessee Performing Arts Center for one night only, April 29th. Get your tickets at tpac.org.
tpac.org. Great shows coming up this season. Of course, Madagascar in April. It's for one night only. tpac.org to get your tickets. And if you want to go to the Nashville Zoo, it's time for Dino Trek, nashvillezoo.org. Don't forget, that show is going on now. It is so much fun. The kids are loving it, but the grown-ups are liking it too. Through July 30th, there's also some adult events coming up, some SIPS events. That's where adult beverages throughout. It's a nighttime event during the summer, and you can find out all the info, all the fun things coming to the Nashville Zoo. Well, recently it was Ag Week last week, and Ag Week had all sorts of fun things, including out at the Farm Bureau Ag Center in Wilson County. The FFA convention was in town.
We are here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This is the 95th annual Tennessee FFA State Convention. We have just under 4,000 people from all across Tennessee that are here to celebrate the achievements of Tennessee FFA from chapters across all three regions. FFA is a youth leadership organization with a focus on agriculture, but we also want our students to come out understanding leadership and how to be better people and understanding a lot of those soft skills that the FFA does so good and teaching our students.
My favorite thing about State Convention is meeting all these people and seeing them all come together in one place to celebrate something that we all share a passion for.
You get to meet all these other people and you get to socialize about like what your school does back in your hometown and what kind of impact they have made.
It's very open to everybody. Like nobody really, I don't feel like anybody's out of place here.
You get to learn a lot with the convention and all the sessions we have, and I just think it's cool to learn about the program even more.
You know, when we look at the industry of agriculture, you know, obviously it's an ever-changing industry. It's something that we need to try to recruit more people into the workforce for it, and that's something that FFA can definitely help with that.
Agriculture will only be able to feed the world if young people engage in workforce development around ag and become the next producers and the next ag scientists and the next farmers. That's a part of what FFA does, is it provides a level of interest and introduces young people who may or may not be acquainted with agriculture, introduces them to the future.
Thanks so much to our Tennessee Department of Agriculture for that message. You can follow the Tennessee Department of Agriculture and keep up with our state's farming needs and how they're connected by going to their YouTube channel, Tennessee Department of Agriculture. And a big thanks to Tractor Supply, a local Middle Tennessee company that is worldwide, really, with what all they do. They help us feed our babies. They help us with anything with the great outdoors and our homesteads. And they also give a great deal of money to all of the kids in FFA and the future farmers and 4-H in the form of scholarships. So a big thank you to them. Hey, you know, tax refund season is here, and there is tax refund fraud happening everywhere. beware.
Tax season is upon us, and that means fraudsters are ready to pounce. Reports show tax scams are on the rise. Because so much of the fraud involves the mail, postal inspectors are ramping up outreach and prevention efforts with a series of public service announcements. The first involves tax refund fraud.
Someone took my information and filed 2 fraudulent tax returns under my name.
Hi, I'm Andrea Avery, United States Postal Inspector. In this scam, identity thieves typically use stolen names and social security numbers to file phony electronic tax returns in victims' names and then receive their refunds. This letter carrier talks about the flood of refund checks on his route.
Actually, at one time, there was every house on the street was getting one, and they were all fraudulent names.
If you suspect you're a victim of tax refund fraud, act fast and alert your financial institutions and the credit reporting agencies. It can help stop thieves from opening new accounts and causing more damage to your credit. Thieves don't just use your information once, they use it again and again. Don't forget to get a free copy of your credit report annually to verify your information is correct. For more information, visit uspis.gov.
That's really important. I had a dear friend of mine. He was a recording artist here in town, and he went to file his income tax. And they said, "Well, we're sorry, you've already filed." He said, "No, I didn't file." They said, "I'm here to get my refund." And they said, "Oh, no, we've already paid you." So that's an issue. The United States Postal Inspection Service is amazing with some of the fraud and scams that they come up with, that they have found out, and they're there to help you. Our postal service, I know the one in Lebanon, Tennessee, our postal service is incredible in Lebanon, Tennessee. Just going to tell you, they're so great at the post office there. And I bet if you go to your local post office, you can find out a lot of information. And I know you can check out online, United Postal Service Inspection, and their office is really, really wonderful. Well, you know who covers a lot of really great things is Mornings on Main Streets. Stephanie, she covers so much great stuff. Stephanie Miller is with us right now, and we're going to talk about Okay, so that didn't work. I'll try it again. I'll try it one more time. Okay, it's not going to work for me. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, watch Mornings on Main Street. Stephanie's got a really, really great thing, but we'll talk about that after we talk about the Predator.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd, the goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Experience Predators hockey all season long. Visit NashvillePredators.com/season tickets and join the Loyal Legion today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
I started coming with my dad in 1972 when I was 5 years old. He started coming with his granddad in about 1942.
Troy Smiley is as much a part of Nashville's farmers market as tomatoes.
Meet interesting people and see interesting things.
Troy grows everything he sells here at Smiley's farm in Ridgetop.
Fresh yellow crookneck squash.
And he believes being nearby
it was just pulled this morning
is more nutritious.
Because they're eating fresh. And fresh food has more nutritional value. And the faster turnaround you have on the food, the fresher, the better for everybody.
Here at the Department of Human Services, we've long believed farmers markets are great places to buy nutritious food. That's why we're working to help more farmers accept Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program EBT cards. Farmers at these markets across the state are now accepting EBT, including Troy.
We've had huge numbers of SNAP EBT customers,
whose farm has been taking the cards for years.
It's a win-win for everybody.
As Troy will tell you, the partnership provides nutritious food for people who depend on these cards, while helping farmers like him grow their business.
So it's a good thing. The people that use them are, they're solely interested in what they're eating, and that's what we're solely about, is food. So it's kind of a good matchup.
I know a lot of people around the state didn't realize that you could go to a farmer's market and use your SNAP or EBT cards. And we want to get the word out that if there is some way to help you stretch your food dollar and use a program so that nobody in your family has to go without nutritious food or have to go hungry, that's why we're here. If there's a program that we haven't talked about or a question about a program, we love to find the answers for you. A lot of finding something to laugh about every day. The Daily Giggle is brought to us by 50 Forward, a great place for people like me, 50 and over, who like a great social life, but don't want to necessarily do it at night, maybe, or maybe we want to have lunch with a group of our friends and we don't know where to go, or maybe we're on a budget. We want a great place to go and have a little snack or a little coffee or a little get together and not break the bank. 50 Forward has all sorts of fun things to do, and they're all made for us. And they've got the All of Us research program for the National Institute of Health.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us research program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
They want 1 million people and you be one of them, okay? Our Daily Giggle today is so cute. I love when a baby discovers something for the very first time, even if it's just themselves, and they find themselves absolutely hilarious. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? I just think that's so adorable. You know, my friend Kelly Lang is a dear, dear, dear person in my life, and she has got a new series to kind of get you motivated, to kind of keep you thinking about taking care of yourself. And it can start with the simplest things.
Hi everybody, Kelly Lang here. I want to encourage everybody to do one thing for yourselves today. One thing that would improve your confidence in yourself. Me, I'm going to get my nails done. Don't you think it's time? They're looking pretty rank. I know if I start feeling better about myself, I then am a nicer and happier person, better wife, better mother, better daughter, better friend. If I feel more confident in myself, there's nothing wrong with taking care of ourselves. I always love to hear the word self-care. It seems self-centered, but it's really not. It's like when you are on an airplane and you hear them say, put the oxygen on the parent's face first and then put it on the child's. If the mom is being taken care of, she is more equipped to be a better mother for her children. And it's all across the board. It's very important to be just a human being and not necessarily a human doing all the time. Just breathe today, enjoy the day, get out for a walk. If you can't afford to get your nails done perhaps, or a facial or a massage to make yourself feel better, just be quiet. Being quiet is a really beautiful gift, and it's free to everybody. But do something kind for yourself today, because you matter. Have a good one.
Healing from substance abuse can be a lonely journey, but you don't have to do it all on your own. At Brooks Healing Center, you matter. We're here to lend you love, support, and acceptance on your journey to to find yourself again. With medical detox, residential, and partial hospitalization program levels of care, we help you overcome addiction, trauma, and adverse childhood experiences through personalized healing journeys. Our seasoned team of heart-centered staff is here for you with support, compassion, and hope. At Brooks Healing Center, we'll love you until you fall in love with everything you are.
My name is Dominic Grimaldi, and I'm the Rutherford County Veteran Service Officer. Here at Rutherford County Veteran Services, we help veterans and their dependents file claims for compensation that was earned through the veteran service to our nation. There are currently about 20,000 veterans in Rutherford County who are receiving VA benefits. They bring about $500 million into our county every year. A typical day at our office, we are seeing veterans back-to-back all day. In fact, we're currently scheduling appointments about 5 weeks out. However, on Wednesdays, we see walk-ins. It's our walk-in Wednesday. So that gives veterans who don't have the luxury of making an appointment 5 weeks out to come in and be seen on an as-needed basis. The most challenging thing about the job is trying to meet the veteran where they're at. We see 20-year-old veterans, we see 80-year-old veterans and older. So it's trying to break down that gap that we may have, and also that in general, the Veterans Administration has kind of had a bad reputation over time, and they're getting a lot better. So it's trying to get those veterans who hear all the negative stories through the grapevine and showing them that they have a safe place to come that's not the VA, and we can give them that assistance and ease them into the door and get them the services that they require. One of the unique problems we have with veterans in general is they've always been taught to take care of yourself. So usually by the time a veteran is in a position to ask for help, they're in dire straits. And the reason they get there, because they're proud. And they say there's someone else out there that needs it more than me. I'm fine. I just lost some hearing. I'm not disabled. But what I could say to them is, you deserve it. You earned it. It doesn't matter what it is. If you can't talk to me personally, find your own veteran service officer and get the answers to your questions. Because if you served in the military, you deserve the benefits that you earn through your service. My favorite thing about this job is that I do see a lot of veterans who have failed claims in the past, or when I get a surviving spouse when a veteran passes, because I'm able to assist them with getting the benefits that they've been struggling to get. Just seeing their face or hearing their voice when they say, "Thank you, you've got me the benefits I've been trying to get." And it's just so heartwarming to be able to help these people that had no other avenue.
It is Walk-In Wednesday. Did you know they had that? Rutherford County Television, thank you so much for that footage. We're so glad to talk about these programs that are free and open for veterans. Walk-In Wednesday is part of the Veteran Services Department in Rutherford County. And check to see wherever you are in the country and see if your county, your parish, wherever you are, if there is a Veteran Services Department for you. We have a wonderful veterinary specialist, Nashville veterinary specialist, doing amazing things. And I love this story back from the archives from Nashville veterinary specialist, a story about Francie and Precious.
Precious, she came from the Lost But Loved Rescue. I rescued her when she was 9 months old. She and Rusty, her litter mate, 4 children and 25 other animals were rescued from a crack house in a neighboring county. And so she had a really rough start. She was born in 2012. So she is, March the 1st, she'll be 10. She was great. I already had another rescue and they got along just fine. Then right before she turned a year old, she had some blood in her urine. She had the bladder stones, and then when we got her down here, the reason we came is because her calcium level in her blood, our vet said, was a little elevated. And so they wanted us to come down here, and we came down and they examined her, and one of her parathyroid had a growth on it, and so it was affecting the calcium in her blood. And then they also found the bladder stones and everything. And so she's on a lot of medications since we had her surgery a few weeks ago because she had a strep infection and a staph infection and I mean just everything. So she was a pretty sick little puppy. Since then, she's done great. She's taken all of her medicine and we are doing the calcium, and this will be our second checkup today. Stegman is who we saw when we first came, and then Strepa did her surgeries and her surgical care, and then she turned her back over to Stegman. It has been great. They have been very thoughtful. They explained everything. Both of the doctors, when they examined Precious and told us what was going to happen, this is how it's going to transpire. They thought she'd be in the hospital more days than she was. She actually got to go home a day earlier than they had expected, which was great. And she's done really, really well. And just the staff has been wonderful. They've given us great care. They're very friendly. They're very upfront. They tell you exactly what they're going to do and explain it in something that somebody who is not a veterinarian can understand. She has just done wonderful, and she's back to her normal self as far as wanting to play with the other dogs. I don't know their names, but everybody that I've dealt with has been wonderful. I'd say you all do a great job, and you have a hard job because anybody that's in this field has to love animals. So I just want to say to the staff, thank you. You do a great job. Thank you for loving the animals and being willing to do this job because it's not always easy. What really helps and what matters usually isn't easy.
Don't you love that story, Francie and Precious? Nashville veterinary specialist. A lot of people don't know that they're there. You might have an unusual diagnosis from your vet, and maybe it's something that your vet doesn't do. They have at the Nashville veterinary specialist, they have blood donors for cats and dogs. They have a blood bank, literally, for cats and dogs and animals and pets there at Nashville Veterinary Specialists. They're located in Nashville, and they have an office in Clarksville as well. They've even got a heart specialist for dogs and cats, a cardiologist for your dogs. And some people just think that there's just nothing they can do for their best friends because they hear one person's diagnosis and they go, oh gosh, they can't do anything to help. So therefore my dog has one option. My cat has only one option. Well, make sure that you check them out because it's a wonderful, wonderful place. Well, my buddy Terry Clark, she and my buddy Reba, and of course, Reba's big time buddy Rex, they were all celebrating at Sound Check this week, and Terry posted it. I got to say congratulations from all of us here at Main Street Media because she has just been voted into the Canadian Country Music Hall of Fame.
so it's from all of us.
All of you.
All of us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We're very, very proud of you. Oh, I wouldn't be here without you. You inspired me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that.
Look what you've done. Well, that ain't about me. It's you. Well, it's flipping it. Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you so much. That means so much. Thank you all very much.
Woo! Loving me some Terry Clark, and we all love our Reba. And that was really sweet of she and Rex to think of Terry and surprise her during sound check. You know, I love when there are little bits of nature, and it's the time of year when the wild birds are coming out, and you may not feed them all winter, but maybe you think about them and you spend a lot of time outdoors. Maybe you can't have a pet where you are, but there's a place for you to have a little bird feeder. There's some cute ones that you can actually stick on to the window and watch the birds feed from the inside window as they are outside. There's all sorts of neat little bird feeders. There's wonderful bird mixes, whether you go to Tractor Supply or Edwards Feed, or you go to some place like Wild Birds Unlimited, which is fabulous. Maybe you want to feed the wildlife like the squirrels and stuff like that. Well, Kelly Lang was uncovering, getting things ready for the springtime, and she was uncovering the television that's out in their outdoor living area next to the pool. And well, they won't be using the television because some little critters have set up residence. And I thought I would share this with you.
So we came out to uncover our TV that has been covered all year, and we found this beautiful bird's nest. Guys, look how much detail this mama has put into this. Beautiful, beautiful bird nest. It looks like a little cave, and look at them little baby eggs. Isn't that adorable? So now we can't watch TV until beautiful babies are born, and I'll keep you posted.
You are a miracle. I hope you know that. And I hope whether it's the birds that remind you of that, or maybe just like that little baby earlier in our daily giggle from 50 Forward, maybe it's just looking at your reflection and you realize you're a miracle. I hope you know that. We try to tell you that every day. A big shout out to Elizabeth and to Steve and to Angie and to Corinne and to Pete and Perry, who is in Rugby, North Dakota, and to Mark down in Alabama. You guys who watch every day and you share, and God love you. We sure appreciate you, and we're glad you're with us. We've got a lot of fun things coming up this weekend, a big day at the Nashville Sounds. We'll tell you about that coming up later this week. And, of course, the Nashville Predators, a great game on April 1st, April Fool's Day. But I ain't joking. I ain't lying. Be safe, everybody. And be kind to each other, because our world needs you to be kind. And remember, most of all, you are loved. Have a great rest of your day.
We are home. We are family. We are things to do and places to see. Mom and pops, local grown, small business Saturdays. We are Main Street, Main Street, Main Street. We are your Main Street today.